And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and this is something new for me. So, I previously just made a whole bunch of Honkai Star Rail videos because I've played a lot of Honkai Star Rail, and if you look at my channel, it's all Honkai Star Rail videos, and I thought, I haven't made one of those videos in a while, I've been on a kind of creative rut, so why not try something completely new? And someone on one of the Discords I hang out on mentioned this game, Etheria Restart, and I thought, why not do a first impressions let's play of a game I have literally heard absolutely nothing about except the name. Like, I learned that there was turn-based combat by reading the website, and it's obviously a gacha and stuff, but that's basically it. So I do not know what is going to happen next. Although actually I do know what is going to happen next, because I pressed a button by mistake when I was doing my sound check and launched directly into the intro cinematic. So what you are about to see is me very surprisedly jumping into the intro cinematic. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Editing Charles.
那场席卷全球的冻流从何而来，至今无人得知。但骤发的积雪却让人类失去了一切，无数的生命在冰雪中消亡。在绝望之际，灵子技术和衣色为人类带来了希望。借助灵子技术取得资格的人类纷纷进入衣色，他们重获新生，并组建了虚拟政府 EOS。他们创造异格者，带领衣色走向繁荣。在这片新世界，人类找到了新的未来。但原病毒的出现，却带来了新的灾难。反衣色组织 RCS 成为祸乱之源。利用原病毒，他们肆意改造异格者，制造恐怖与混乱。原病毒开始大肆蔓延，感染者被转化成怪物，网络与致谢也被侵蚀失控。扩散的原病毒正在摧毁衣色的一切。危难之际，超炼者挺身而出，成为对抗原病毒的重要力量。旧世界的惨剧还历历在目，为了保护新的家园，他们也一直在寻找新的伙伴。
Okay, so I lucked out in that I selected the wrong server. I went on Asia instead of global, which I wanted to go on global, and that meant I got to see the intro again, and because it didn't surprise me, it made a lot more sense the second time around. So we're kind of doing an anti-Matrix in that, okay, the real world is kind of messed up, but we created the virtual one as a better alternative, and then someone else has come in and started messing up the virtual world. Or at least that's as much as I gathered from watching that intro. Maybe I misinterpreted it, someone will probably correct me. But next we have to select a character, and we have a choice of the man and the woman, so we'll pick... So he's kind of the cool nerd. Like, he's still obviously a nerd, but he's, you know, trying to be the cool nerd. And what about... I don't know if they have names, like their own names, like Bell and Wise in... or whether it's Bell and Wise in ZZZ, or whether it's like HSR where they just have the name you give them, and I do apologize, basically the only other gacha game I've played more than a couple of hours of are those two games, so you're going to get a lot of, you know, guy who's only seen Boss Baby memes going on here. But, so she's kind of more the nerdy nerd, and I think I like that one more, so I guess I'm going to pick her to be my Cullfish, so let's pick that and continue. I do like the little bear thing there, that's kind of cute. Okay. Alright, I did not expect the incredibly short skirt. I guess we'll just have to deal with that. So she's going into Etheria, or whatever it was called. I am terrible with names. And here we go. Cute robot. Lots of danger do not pass tape.
まさか最高レベルの緊急遮断が発生してるなんて気をつけないと。調査によるとジェネシスが爆発した原因は1枚のハイパーリンクチップだったの。
Okay, so Maggie is our controller, and we've got to find a hyperlink chip.
まずあれを探さなきゃ。こっちよ。
Or is Maggie this character and... Or is Maggie the robot? I don't know. There is a Maggie, and they're the person talking. So let's... WSAD this stuff? Or is this like the digital projection of Cullfish? It's quite... Actually, it could just be that, yeah. So anything this way? Nope. Broken elevator. Auto run, that's nice.
待って、その KB の現実反応に異常があるわ。気をつけて。まずは前の練習みたいにどこかに身を隠して。
Okay, cover mechanic.
いい場所ね。あとはいいタイミングを待って。
Very Persona.
任せるわ。
So, I see we hide, and then we ambush. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, that felt very Persona 5, the kind of hiding behind stuff and jumping out stuff. Okay, now we are going to battle. We have 3 characters to start with. Okay. So we click Start Fight. Okay, action order here. So this will do damage. Cool dragon effect. After character uses a skill, the skill goes on cooldown, so that's got a 4-turn cooldown. Okay, and so this is a speed boost, single damage, and a death down attack. Let's just do single damage. Or does it want us to do this one? Does this actually damage? So it does damage. Kachi Spiel can greatly increase allies' attack. Okay. Turn meter plus. Okay, so this is a buff. And you can do just your single damage attack that does have no tool. Victory! So I'm not entirely sure what I did there, but I got some XP. That's nice. And I got some money. Consumed 5 stability, whatever that means.
遮断による黒い結晶で道が塞がってる。そうね。2階の廊下の構造は安定してる。着の後。
Okay, so Chuck is our robot. Move in the direction indicated by the ground area to climb. Okay, so we can just climb by walking up things. I see. I guess the robot tells us where we can climb. Okay, so we can hide by clicking on things, and then we ambush. That's a pretty cool mechanic. I like that. Okay, Sybil, Grey, and Kachi. So let's... Okay, so we literally sit here until we hit the battle. There's a there's a regular weakness triangle where you've got your fire, water, and air, and then darkness and light, or whatever they're going to call them in this particular game. Water beats fire, fire beats whatever that is, and that beats water. Okay, I guess that's earth, I guess. So, attacking targets with a weakness against your attribute deals more damage, so let's... So this guy... Okay, this guy's green, that guy's blue, so... We have advantage. This one is blue, so we want to do a red. Okay, why is that little thing going? Is that just saying you should use that one? No. Okay, so let's... Oh wait, that was supposed to buff... I thought that was the buff thing. Okay. So I've taken some damage this time, so let's go... So, is there a way to actually see what these abilities do? Like, can I click on them and find out what the abilities actually do? No, it says speed plus, so I guess this buffs her speed. I see, because we've got a speed buff there. Does this give us another speed buff? Okay, it gives us a kill, and I guess, nope. Speed buff does not extend. Let's do the AoE attack. Let's do... Okay, so that's the buff. Bring you back up the action order again, and we'll... Okay, that's on cooldown, so let's do... So so the second one is the W is a buff, the E is a special attack, and the Q is a regular attack. Oops. But I think we can just take these out. So I'm probably doing this very badly. There's probably a much more efficient way to do this, but... I did win in the end. And we're all very wounded. But we leveled up, which is nice. Okay.
見て。ビルの上空に隙間を作ったのはあの装置なの。そしてあのチップが装置に絶えずエネルギーを供給してる。レンからメッセージが送られてきたわ。警備署と協力して住民たちを避難させて、あの怪しい威嚇者も捕まえたみたい。制御システムの操作コードも一緒に送ってきたわ。ここをどう動くかは私たち。どうする？
Is it dangerous?
何もないように見えるけど、装置の周りには特殊な防護システムがあるわ。安易には近づけないわ。まずあそこのコントロールセンターへ向けて操作コードで特殊防護システムを解除しないと。近くにちょうど遮断の後に露出した脆弱ノードがある。それを利用すれば指向性伝送でコントロールセンターにたどり着けるわ。
Oh mate, you're a weak node.
時間は多くないわ。急ぐのよ。
This again is so persona coded. Oh. So that was a one-shot ambush because I'm that cool, I guess. If you out-level them enough, then your ambush just kills them.
どうやらセキュリティの人はみんな完成したみたいね。つくづく恐ろしいわ、ジェネシス。
Can't go that way. Nothing worth it going that way. Little cursor is telling you where to go. Oh.
任せてください。ドロシー。 あなたのリエーシステムはまだ安定してないわ。無理して能力を使ったら大丈夫。お願い。ドロシーの箱には何が入ってるのかしら。よし、防護システムを解除したわ。
I keep getting distracted by the music. And that's Chaku Ring. Okay. So Zaku, relocking on target chip position.
やった。装置内のハイパーリンクチップをリリースできたわ。急ぎましょう。
Let's go. Yo, boss.
遮断生物よ。まずい、こっちへ向かってくる。
Or not boss, just bad guys.
扉を閉めたわ。しばらくは大丈夫なはず。今のうちにチップを取りに行きましょう。
Time to get those chips, bro. Aha, so I can jump. See, I feel like exploring, but there's nothing really to explore, so let's just jump. Cool.
これよ。気をつけて。
Ready to fight.
出発します。ついてきてください。
Okay, we're level 2. They're level 7. Should I have leveled up at some point?
感電に気をつけろ。
Alright, so... What is the... Oh, does that just mean that's the one we're currently selecting? Okay, yeah, so that means the thing we're currently selecting. So this is a crit rate buff that I could give to myself. This is a def down that I give to them. So probably best to give them all the def down first. And then you will... So you are not strong against any of these, but you're not weak against any of them either. So let's give yourself your speed buff and just do a little bit of damage. That wasn't probably this one, so we'll bring you back up the turn order. And we'll... What's that buff? Attack plus. So he's got an attack buff for 2 rounds. Give ourselves a crit rate buff as well. Oh, it gives everyone a crit rate buff. Okay. Oh, and he... So I could probably have... Ooh, that hurt. So it's def down. Def down. Okay. So let's do another speed buff on you. I don't know what this actually does, or why I should use that instead of that one. There's a crowd control. Let's try that on you. Okay, so that's an action delay, and we've got our thing back. We've got a crit rate, 30% crit rate buff. We don't have our attack buff anymore, so I didn't time those buffs correctly. But we're down. We've killed both ads, and that guy was kind of messed. So let's just do regular single damage attack and knocked him out. Cool. So I guess that the strategies here are timing everyone's abilities to stack buffs properly and also using the cooldown. Ooh. Oh. Oh, can you get to the roof? Okay, so we can climb up there. Yes, we can. And we got this ramp, and then can we climb up this thing? Oh no, we can zap. I see. Okay, now you look like a boss battle. Help me, Dorothy!
そうするしかないわね。ドロシーに出撃させて。
Tap the card to deploy Dorothy. So we get a fourth character. Okay. So what does Dorothy give us? Oh. He's quick. Is Dorothy a healer?
大丈夫。
She better be. Okay, so let's do crit rate buff first.
感電に気をつけろ。
Oh, he gets another attack after the crit rate buff. Okay, well let's do this death down attack now. Actually, I should probably have waited, but let's do your speed buff attack.
やっと僕の番か。
Let's do bring him up the turn order.
俺に任せろ。
And let's do a single attack there. That's a good chunk of damage.
私の番ですね。
Okay, and you do have a heal, so you can do single heal on you because you've kind of been damaged. And I see they got a cooldown AoE heal and an every round single target heal. Okay.
怠らないで。
So is there... Yeah, let's just do single target damage attack.
やっ
Seems to be doing quite a bit of damage.
感電に気をつけろ。
What are you? Why are you hanging out up there? So we've still got attack buff, but not crit rate buff. The attack buff runs out after this round, so I'm just going to hit you with it.
やっと僕の番か。
Okay, so that doesn't go. So this will slow him, but I'll use the CC.
変身。進め進め。
Was that a resist? I didn't notice. Okay, everyone seems to not be one hit away from death, so I'll just do an attack there. Cool. Okay, that's on his side.
警戒を怠らないで。
Okay, let's... Okay, so that single target damage is on cooldown, so that's a good attack. So you've got 3 attacks. I see. Every 3 rounds you can do that. We need to do them every 3 rounds, which is currently on... I assume that's the one that's on cooldown. And then single enemy. Okay, right. So let's give you
もう観念しなさい。
death reduction.
俺に任せろ。
And let's give you a crit rate buff. And
電に気をつけろ。
also your death reduction attack. I don't think that stacks, but it doesn't matter. Oh, spooky red stuff. Etheria, restart. Reconnecting hyperlink data, retrieving heartbeat rate, waiting for resource loading. We will now play some soothing music. Do not panic, you are not currently dead. 3 days after the Ultra Building incident. Real World E4923 Shelter. Hello. Chaku 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 ring.
バイタルは安定してる。ハイパーリンクチップも問題なし。この2日間と比べれば、あなたのデータはかなり良くなったわ。回復は順調のようね。
Well, hello, Maggie.
今はどんな感じ？まだ頭痛はする？
I'm fine now. Don't worry.
緊急速報です。EOS が発表したウルトラビルのジェネシス処理報告によりますと、2月14日までウルトラビルのジェネシス感染拡大はすでに抑え、今回の事故で負傷した威嚇者は合わせて6756名、死亡した威嚇者は117名、人類、そして周辺のデジタルスペースで発生した不要データ漏れについて、緊急遮断警備署はすでに清掃計画を実施したと発表しました。関連情報は公式サイトで発表。
So as far as I could tell, when we picked up that hyperlink chip, it did something cool to us. And that caused us to be able to do something cool to that downed enemy, who I think saved us from being crushed by a thing. And then explosion and everything went to hell. The incident caused so many casualties.
あまりにも突然で避難が間に合わなかった人がいっぱいいて、中心の都市部にも影響が出たのね。周りのデジタルスペースの過負荷とジェネシス漏れによる二次災害も大量の死傷者を出した。
Oh.
さて、ともかくウルトラビルでの任務は一段落ついた。あとはシビルと緊急遮断警備署に任せて。今日来たのはあなたの回復具合を確認する他に、これからのことについても相談したいの。ウルトラビルの事件の後、教会と緊急遮断警備署が連合通信会議を開いた。あなたの代理人である私も呼ばれて詳細な行動報告をしたの。あなたの予想通り、ウルトラビルと E03 のジェネシス爆発は計画的な破壊行動よ。発見されたジェネシスも普通じゃない。明らかに人為的に改造され、より凶悪な存在になっていた。それに、捕まったあの威嚇者と影から襲ってきた奴らも、そしてあの妙な遮断生物も、誰かが裏で糸を引いてた。
Why would they do this?
わからない。今は情報が少なくて判断できないわ。捕まったあの威嚇者から手がかりをつかもうとしたけれど、残念なことに取り調べ中に点火して完全に遮断生物に落ちてしまった。とにかく教会は裏で糸を引く存在を突き止め、 E ブロックのジェネシス危機を徹底的に解決することを目指してるの。緊急遮断警備署は各エリアの監視と見回りを強化したわ。教会も不審人物の動向を追ってる。
I'm guessing we're suspicious people.
ただ、結果が出るには少し時間が必要かもしれないわね。でも心配する必要はないわ。裏で糸を引く存在がいるのは確か。
I've had days off. Does the union have plans for us? I'm not a workaholic. What about us?
ええ、本当は教会もあなたをもう少し休ませるつもりだったみたいなんだけど、ウルトラビルの件であなたのハイパーリンクが損傷を受けて、ハイパーリンク能力の使用にも影響が出てるしね。でも教会も多忙を極めてるみたいなの。まさ他のステータスも正常に戻ったことで、教会から新しい指示が来てるの。
What can I do?
ウルトラビルの事件以降、ジェネシス漏れが周りのブロックで多くの二次災害を引き起こしてるわ。ハイパーリンカーたちも各エリアの支援に向かってる。私たちも 拡散エリアに閉じ込められた市民を救い出すように教会から指示を受けたわ。そう難しくない任務よ。回復後の実践訓練だと思ってね。
Okay, so we're injured, so we're going to start with simple things. That makes sense. It's a nice in-universe explanation for being tutorial-y for a while.
指定されたのは E01 の90街転送センター。ウルトラビルと E ブロックをつなげる中枢なの。今朝、あそこでジェネシスが現れた。ほとんどの人員は救出されたけど、まだ第13区高等学校の2人の生徒が残され、今もシビルと連絡してみたけど、今は感染源を捜査中で手が離せないから。どう？この依頼を受ける？嫌なら断ってもいいのよ。
Just rescuing 2 students? No problem. I don't know if that's I want to skip this mission because it's a tutorial option, or whether it's just 2 different ways of saying yes to the mission, but I want to say yes to the mission, so I'm going to pick the first one anyway.
あなたらしいね。じゃあ、教会に返事しておくわ。そうだ、教会の指示でパーティーに入ったレンのこと、まだ覚えてる？前は会うチャンスがなかったけど、今回あなたも少し準備して。後でイザリアで合流しましょう。
Okay. We're on our way to Eternia.
そうだ。出発する前に、今の状況について何か知りたいことでもあったら何でも聞いて。
Cool, let's do some exposition. So, about Genesis and Etheria. Or Eternia, as I'm going to keep calling it.
イザリア。ここは、霊視データで構成される特殊な世界よ。数学の観点から見れば、実数は現実世界を構成する基本数字で、虚数は彼方で実数に対応してる。
This is the sound of a million maths nerds slowly dying inside.
実数と虚数の間、霊指数はまだ人類に開拓されていない新しい世界。イザリアとは人類が霊指数を初歩的に具現化したもの。現実世界が壊滅した後、人類が霊視科学を開拓し、イザリアを構築した。人類たちは霊視転化技術で続々とこの世界に入ってきた。イザリアのあらゆる法則は現実世界とは瓜二つ。イザリアでは人間も威嚇者も、そしてその他すべてのものも、でも今の霊視技術はまだ未熟。イザリア自体にも多くの欠陥が存在しているの。だからジェネシスはその欠陥の一つだと考える人もいるけど、多くはないわね。
So Genesis is a glitch in the Matrix?
ジェネシスがどう生じたのか、未だに明白な結論は出てないわ。今把握してる情報によれば、何年前かのオフリスで蔓延した黒色症候群に関係があるはず。
I misread that as shadow malarkey, which would have been way funnier. The shadow malarkey outbreak in Orvris years ago.
ジェネシスは極めて高い危険性を持っていて、イザリアにとっての最も大きい脅威よ。ジェネシスに侵食された威嚇者は、徐々に意識と知性を失い、最後には自我すら失って化け物になってしまう。これを天下と呼んでるわ。それだけじゃない。ジェネシスはイザリアの緊急遮断体制を発生させ、遮断災害を起こし、データの崩壊で生まれた遮断生物を引き寄せる。けど、ジェネシスを特殊なデータ生命体だと考える面白い説もあるらしいの。母体が規制対象を決めると、自らの方法で絶えず増殖し、EOS がジェネシス対策のワクチンを作り出したけど、効果は限られてる。感染を止めることも防ぐ。今ジェネシスはイザリアの最も大きな災害となってるわ。ジェネシスを確実に除去できるのはハイパーリンカーのハイパーリンク能力しかないの。
hyperlinkers presumably create hrefs between different spaces.
E ブロックでの任務は緊急遮断警備所に協力してここのジェネシスを徹底的に取り除くことよ。
About the Meltdown Response Bureau, the Union and Us.
緊急遮断警備所とは疑似連合政府 EOS が暴走した緊急遮断体制とジェネシスに対処するため設立された対策組織よ。協会はハイパーリンカー専門の管理組織ね。あなたのようなハイパーリンカーと代理人、そして威嚇者で構成される。
I also desperately want to pronounce that animuses, which would be also probably more correct in terms of the way it's spelled. Anyway, so the Union is... Alright.
EOS の斡旋により、ハイパーリンカーたちは今、EOS と協力し合い、共にジェネシスに立ち向かっているってわけ。ハイパーリンクをインプラントすることで、人類はハイパーリンカーになって、ハイパーリンク能力を手に入れられる。
I still read hyperlink abilities as being able to write HTML.
この能力は、ジェネシスからの侵食を大きく防ぐことができる上に、大抵の場合は、ジェネシスをハイパーリンクスペースへと吸収し、添加を行うことで、ウイルスを除去する。これは、ハイパーリンクチップが与えてくれる特殊能力ね。けど、ハイパーリンク能力にも、それぞれレベルがあるの。レベルが高ければ高いほど、添加の効率も高くなる。それは、ハイパーリンカー自身の資質に関わってくるわ。
Okay, so that was something to do with the hyperlink chip. I was just wondering because it just wasn't mentioned afterwards, and like I thought it was like, oh, we've discovered how we do something really cool, and then it was just never mentioned again. So maybe it wasn't meant to be that momentous.
代理人とは、教会に属する最強の情報技術と遠隔支援能力を持つ人のこと。教会においては、代理人とハイパーリンカーは相棒であり、最も親密な仲間なの。ハイパーリンカーと従属する威嚇者は作戦行動を担当し、代理人は遠隔支援してハイパーリンカーの状態を監視する。2年前、あなたが教会に入ってから、私はあなたの代理人となって事務全般を担当してきたの。
Are we like a thing?
今現在の私たちの固定パーティーでは、あなたと私の他に、レン、カチ、グレイ、そしてドロシー、4人の威嚇者がいるわ。
And you can get more by pulling.
みんなそれぞれ力を持っていて、共に1年以上戦ってきた仲間よ。
I can't think of anything more.
わかった。他のみんなには連絡を送っておいたわ。出発しましょう。
Bye bye.
どうでした？かさみさんは見つかりましたか？
隅々まで探したけど見当たらねえ。けどドンは確かにここであいつの匂いを嗅ぎ取ったんだ。
じゃあ駅員さんにも聞いてみるとか。そうだ、オボルさんにも。
駅員どころか俺以外誰一人としていなかったよ。
Woof.
待て、ドンが何かに気がついたみたいだ。とりあえず先に確かめに行ってくる。そうだ、風見和代を探しに学校から出たことは学長には内緒だ。いいな。
New feature unlocked. Summon. We need more manpower. Use summon to get more Animus's help. That's definitely not Maggie's voice, but I guess it is now. So this is where the summon is? Okay. Anima prototype is a necessary medium for hyperlink summon. Try using it. So... this is our summon animation.
安全防務署に勤めているが、今はあなたと共に行動する仲間だ。必要がなければ、私は単独行動させてもらおう。
Well, hello. So they just give you an SSR straight off the bat. Okay. So I guess I get a reward for pressing that button, which is nice. I will do absolutely nothing with that screenshot. But here we go. So these are the original is 75% Apex. So Apex is Apex. So who did I get? I got Leanne? Who I guess maybe that's a set one that everyone gets? I don't know. I mean, it would have been nice if it was just a random one from the pool, but it looks like they're not in that pool, so who knows? So we have limiteds. Freya. Angel with big boobs. Muscly guy. And then... So targeted summon, you can pick one that you're going for. I see. I don't know who I want yet, so I will just leave this one alone. It has its own... Okay, so this is the... Okay, so this is the beginner. This is the beginner banner. So at some point I will have to do some research and find out who the hell I want to be wishing for, because that's just names. So let's go back. So I've done my summoning. New feature unlocked, Animus Shell. Shells are great partners for Animuses. They can provide assistances in battles. I've placed the analysis report on the shell here. You can check it anytime. Check your loadouts. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can just attach silly cats, and you can level them up. I probably wasted a whole bunch of XP there that I should have used on someone else, but okay. Do I have any other cats? No, I only have one cat. Okay. So you can get it. So yep. Okay. So you are an SSR, looks like an attack agent. Single damage with lifesteal, AoE, cooldown, and AoE with a cooldown. Okay. Can we level you up? We don't have any leveling mats yet. Okay. The Etherlink is your auxiliary device for activating the hyperlink to enter Etheria. Top up any amount for the first time to receive SR Animus Valerian and other valuables. So, this is if we buy something, and this is the daily reward. I will not get this yet, partly because I don't think you want to watch me buy stuff, and partly because I don't know if I'm going to keep playing this game. But I will take the daily gift, which gives me 1 pull, and I will take the weekly gift, which gives me mental stabilizer, which sounds like something I really want right now. You know, it's been a week. So that's given me a pull, which I won't use yet. I'll wait until I have 10 of them. What's on here? So This is the battle pass. This is the achievements. I have got some achievements, which I think gave me another pull. So we are at the stage of the game where they shower you with pulls to make you feel like that is how life is going to go. But so how do we look around? So that's the summons. That's Chaku Ring. What are you doing? Okay, here's a bunch of random stuff. That's the workstation. I don't know what is there. Inventory, we don't have any stuff yet. Animus, that's our characters. Aha, skill unlocks. So you can improve your basic attack. Okay, and that attack. And that attack. So let's just level up that skill, just for the fun of it. That's given me additional defense, which I probably didn't need. Anyway, let's go back. And we do have leveling materials now, so let's level just one of our characters up to level 5, because I'm too lazy to just do it one at a time and keep it balanced. And let's just go into the chair. Get in the chair. Actually, what I might do now is just take a moment. I'm about 45 minutes into the game and I'm about to go from the prologue into chapter 1. Couple of immediate first impressions. So firstly, it looks like I liked the introduction from a gameplay standpoint. Like, a lot of gacha games, you dive in and you have enormous reams of exposition, the occasional tutorial fight, and then a lot more exposition, and you really have to slog through a whole bunch of stuff before you actually feel what it's like to play the game. And one thing this game has done well so far is push you straight into the action, which I liked. And the combat mechanics look like they're going to be interesting and fun. It's something I would like to explore further. It looks good. It's polished. The music keeps grabbing me. I'm liking that. Especially I've got these headphones on and there's like cool stereo effects in the music that keep like pulling me out of actually following the conversation, which is possibly not good. I do want to work out how to turn off the Baron's chat here, because it's just going to be the last thing I want is to just follow what random people on online games are saying, because it's just a way to, hurt yourself mentally. Other downsides, or the negatives so far, is the plot has not grabbed me out of the gate, and it's like the whole is less than the sum of its parts in some way. Like, exciting things happen, like I was in a daring escapade and I got that chip, and there was that big sort of demonic thing I killed, and I was doing some weird thing to it, and there was a big explosion and I was injured, and there's mystery, what caused the explosion, who's behind it, how do we track that down, what's going on. But the game seems to be doing its best to downplay all of that and not get me too interested in it, which is weird. Like, it's just kind of mentioning it, but I don't feel engaged with that plot yet. And I think part of the problem there is the problem number 2 is, so far, there have been no good characters. Like, I'm 45 minutes into the game, and the people I've met so far are voiceless protagonist and Miss Exposition, who, is basically just person who tells you what's going on and doesn't seem to have any character of their own. Oh, and Cute Robot. And apart from that, so there's nobody who's like, oh cool, I like them so far. So hopefully that will change in chapter 1. but, you know, it's a reasonable start. I wouldn't say it's a strong start, but I can see myself continuing to play this game. And on that note, let's jump into Chapter 1.